is your counterattack?
We are attacking! We are defending! We are counterattacking!
Hey guys, Derek Ritter from RitterCreek.com, and I am bored on a Sunday, so I thought I'd make a little video and hang out with you guys and just tell you what's on my mind, what I'd be talking about if you were sitting here with me in my game room. So let's start with Happy Easter. Today is Easter Sunday if you're celebrating, and Happy Passover if you celebrate that. So let's go to tournament news. So we just finished up Where the Iron Crosses Grow 2023. It was our 8th annual event. We did miss a year, I think, maybe 2. I think a year. So because of COVID, but we're back in full force. I'll tell you about that in a second. First, news about the Bitter Ender. So that is coming up this coming weekend in Raleigh, North Carolina, and between Doug Shepard and Ray Wallazin and whoever else helps out over there. This might be the last one. I heard a rumor that they're tearing down the hotel, and it's becoming increasingly expensive and hard to find a hotel to host at, so I don't know the future of it. Speaking of that, Texas Team Tournament, word is that it's canceled for this year because they tried to triple the rate at the hotel. So more of that. And ASLOC is moving to a new hotel, and you could see a serious decline last year. And apparently they fired everybody that was the old management over there, and I thought they were great, but I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but the new management were not on top of it. So I guess Brett and Wild Bill, they made the decision to move, so they've got a new hotel. Can't wait to see that. Okay, back to Where the Iron Crosses Grow. So it's team tournament, and the winner of the team tournament was the Spanish Blue Division, headed up by Xavier Vitri, Dave Stevens, and Dave Johansson, and they each did well enough in their own bracket to propel them to the top, although the Texas Division was the Texas Tea Patchers, I think they're called, headed up by Sam Tyson, were in the lead for most of the weekend, or most of the 4 days, but late surge by the Blue, and they took the title. Ed Akehurst from the C Division took the MVP for a record, I believe it was 5-1. And Ray Wallazin, second year in a row, won the Captain Stransky Award. So congratulations, Ray. The most of the 4 days I spent playtesting. I didn't play a lot of games because I was kind of a fill-in. When somebody didn't have an opponent, then I would fill in. I want to make sure everybody else got a chance to play. I didn't want anybody sitting out while I was playing. So, but I was playtesting the new Finnish module called God, I hope I get this right, Mannerheim Cross. Yeah. So from BFP, and Chaz was here, and he brought a bunch of Chaz Smith from BFP was here with Sam Tyson, and he brought a lot of scenarios with him. A lot of people were doing a lot of playtesting, and they were wonderful. They were really, really fun. Can't say I've played a lot of Finns, but I would play them anytime. It's wilderness fighting, and there's Russians and Finns, and they just fight to the death. It's a lot of fun. Xavier Vitri was here from LFT, so we had like a lot of the who's who, and Andy Hershey, prolific designer, was here. So I'm gonna say I had more fun just sitting around with beers, talking with everybody, or with a scotch or something, talking with everybody, than actually playing. It was a wonderful get together. All right, so that's about it. I'll try to scroll through some photos and do some pointing out of what was going on and who was there right now. The only thing that was a little disappointing about the tournament was all I wanted to do. All I wanted for Christmas was a Red Ryder BB gun with a compass and the stock, and which was playing something from the new LFT 15 pack with all those great desert boards, and I didn't get a chance to play one, but no worries, because I have it set up right now. I have a scenario called FT288, which is Fonduke Express, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a 6 board. The map is 6 boards, including 3 of the new ones from LFT, mixed in with some other desert ones. And it actually reminds me a lot of Hill 621. There's a lot of open space for the Americans to cross. They have 24 squads and 10 tanks. And then the Germans have to defend a hill, and they have to defend a town. And the British tanks have to get off, at least 4 tanks, so it looks like a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you what's going on with my setup there. And I'm going to be playing that against Tim starting on Tuesday night. So every Tuesday we have 5 or 6 guys here for pizza and beer and ASL. And I'm finally going to get to play Tim Bridey again. It's been a long, long time. So I'm going to show you my setup. I'm hoping he's not going to be watching, so he won't be able to see where my hip guns are, because that'll kind of throw the game. But anyway. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, and let's get to some pictures, and then let's get to my setup. Okay, so let's look at, I have a few pictures from the tournament. There's a bunch more out there, but these are the ones that I have right now. So let's take a quick look. And so these are 2 of the 3 plaques that were made. So we have the team tournament champions, which again, Xavier Vitry, Dave Stevens, and Dave Johansson won as the Spanish Blue Division. And the tournament, and I see now it says tournament champion, so we're going to have to remake that for Ed Akerst, who had, I think, a 5-1 record. So good job, Ed. And let's see what else we have next. So here is we've got Mika in the background over here. We got Gary Bartlett, Wayne Saunders, Chaz Smith, Mr. Incognito, Kevin, Xavier, Keith, Dave Johansson, Sam, Bill Ryder, John Plott, and Brian Martuzis that are downstairs at this time. Here's a more close-up picture. And there I am in it, and Jeff Jordan and Mika Harviala is in it too over here. And then more of the same. Over here you catch a little glimpse of Jack Daniels. Oh, and Ray Wall is in over here. All right. And then here you have Chaz Smith again. Better picture. Jeff Jordan over here. And then Ray Wall is in over here. All right. Then now this is what I'm talking about. During the weekend, you could just sit for 10 minutes or 2 hours and just discuss stuff with some of the greatest people in the world. I mean, we take it for granted just how great the people who play this game are. Just some of the best people I've ever met. All right, here we have more people downstairs. After everybody left, it was the 5 of us left, and we went to the bar and had a couple pints and played some Space Base. Space Base, I think, is Sam's favorite game in the whole world. Then, okay, so here's what we did. So we, Sam wanted to do something. So Xavier stayed on, Sam stayed on after we dropped Brian off at the airport. And so Monday, we're like, hey, what do you guys want to do? You want to play some ASL? And Sam was like, no, let's do something. Even last year, Sam wanted to do something, and we really didn't do anything. So I was like, well, do you want to go to the river? So I live in a van down by the river. No, I really don't. But we do have a little property on the river up in Danbury, North Carolina. And this is Pretty's General Store, and it's been here since 1888. And it's a real general store. It's not a tourist attraction. There's nobody really who goes to Danbury. And every Saturday they have live bluegrass music, and it's for the locals. And it's just the most wonderful place if you get a chance to go in. And so we decided we'd go to the property and we'd take a couple of the firearms up there and just go target practice and make some noise, you know. So here we are right before going. So here's Sam, and that's an STG 44, and but it's got the one that they make now in Germany with that fires the 22 long rifle. And so there's Sam. Here's Xavier. And the only thing I could get bullets for was oh, there he is. See it ejecting the cartridge. The only thing I could get bullets for was the STGs. I have 2 of those that we brought up, and my Luger, but I don't think I have any pictures of the Luger, so maybe I do. And this, I think, is going to be in one of the LFTs, so it's Sam in the Fred Flintstone mobile with LFT 15. So that's it. That's about all the pictures. There are more pictures. I'm going to try and collect them, but anyway, it was a grand old weekend. All right, so here we see part of the map, and I'm going to start pointing it out. So the Americans come in over here, or they start over here. I think some of them come in, some of them start, and there's the hill over here. This reminds me a whole lot of Hill 621, where they have to cross all this pretty much open field. Germans have artillery on the hill and machine gun positions, and the Americans have to take the hill, which they don't, but we'll get into that in a second. And then more over here, there's this town where the Germans have to defend, and then right in the middle, which is over here, the British have to get out 4 of their 10 tanks. Now, if they get out 2 of them on turn 3, they have to get them out by turn 4. If they get 2 of them out on turn 3, then the Germans don't get their Marder as a reinforcement. So there's a little bit of a incentive to get them off early. So what I have here is I have an anti-tank gun here to cover this way to get a rear shot, anti-tank gun here to get a rear shot this way in case he faces this one, and then this one over here. And I'm not really fond of this one over here, but I have to have something that will prevent, a frontal assault by his tanks into the village. So, and that was a last minute place, and not sure about that. Now the victory conditions are this: the Americans need, or the Allies need 20 victory points if they can get 4 tanks off. If they can't get 4 tanks off by turn 4, game's over. All right. For every level 3 or 4 hex that they control, they're going to get 1 victory point. And for every stone building hex, or building hex, they're all kind of stone, they're going to get 1 victory point. So there are enough, and every extra tank they get off is worth 2 victory points. So they don't really even have to take the city if they take all the hills on the all the hexes on the hill. They don't have to take the hill if they take the whole city. So and that gets easier and easier as they get more and more tanks off. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but he could put everybody onto one objective, or he could split it up, hoping he gets a mixed bag. So that's it. Now you can see the new LFT maps. This is a half a map we're using here, full map we're using here, and a no, sorry, this is from West of Alamein. This is from the this is the old map board 25. So we've got this one, and this one from the new LFT pack, and none of them are the mountain maps, the Tunisian mountain maps. Even this takes place in Tunisia, so we're just using board 25 for that. So I can't wait to play some of those as well. Now, I haven't finished setting up my minefields, but I put one pretty much at the end of every gully. So if he tries to sneak through, he makes it to the gully, he tries to sneak through and wants to launch his attack from there, he'll have to contend with a minefield there. And then the rest, I'm still kind of thinking, where should I put them? Unfortunately, they all have to start on these 2 boards. I would like to just put my anti-tank mines at the exit hexes, but I'm not allowed doing that. So we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, looking really forward to this. If you have the LFT 15, look it up. It's FT288. If you don't have the LFT 15, get the LFT 15, because it has, I think, 8 map geomorphic maps that represent the desert, but they're not just boring open desert that need a whole bunch of overlays. They all have like fantastic terrain on them. So just what we needed. It really reminds me of Tunisia, and there's a bunch of scenarios in Tunisia, but it also represents everything from the American out west to Syria to other South America to other places too. I think there's some Spanish ones in there as well. Well, anyway, that's the scenario. Can't wait to play this. This is what I've wanted to do for a few weeks now. Well, guys, thanks for spending your Sunday evening with me, your Easter with me, and I'm glad I could hang out with you guys, and I hope to do this again soon. I hope you enjoyed the pictures, and we'll see you later.